Hey guys, Big T here, and the new update is out, 10.0, and I'll show off the new models. First thing we should do, let's go into our game files here. It's a little not as organized as I usually have it, but I've got all the information here. Let's take a look at our portraits first. So there's not a lot of changes. There's a few new characters. If you're in game, you're gonna see the new characters in the graphics for the new quest event. But I'll show them off here. You might see something that I missed too. It looks like I didn't miss anything though. Gambit, that's supposed to be starting tomorrow, which is pretty cool. There's our first guy, Karnak. I think he's going to be pretty neat. Pretty cool looking anyways with the hood and all. Maestro now has a portrait. He also has a game graphic and a bio. So he's... Normally they don't have a bio for characters that are only going to be bosses, so expect him to be playable. Same with Red Skull. He's got a bio. Quake. She's the first Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. character. I assumed that the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Were being licensed to Netmarble maybe, but she showed up, so it must be a choice for them not to have many of them characters. I still don't know why mutants aren't in Future Fight, but that could be a licensing thing too. There's Rogue. I've been saying for a long time Rogue will be a very cool character because she steals mutants' powers. So expect there to be a cool power stealing deal there. Our new Scarlet Witch is still showing up in here. She's got a bio, she's got portrait graphics, she's got prize graphics. There's no game model. So don't expect to see her unless they sneak an update in there somewhere. Nothing too much new here. That's pretty much it. I think that covers all of them. Karnak, Jean Grey is another one that I had her in my last video, but I don't see a prize graphic for her though. She did have. Maybe I'm missing it. Let's go through them again here. Yeah, she had a prize graphic, but it's not, looks like they pulled it. So maybe they have changed their plans to release her, or maybe they're just not going to release her right away. Save her for another event maybe. Let's take a look at our featured. Bump this up a bit here so we can see him. Looks like the same deal here. I don't see See Jean Grey in there. Gambit's in there, but we know he's coming tomorrow, so. But yeah, no Jean Grey. But we still have a prize graphic for Jessica Jones. And they said that she's not going to be a playable character, but she has a bio. They have move sets. They have all that stuff in the files. So they might just be holding back to put her in maybe when the new season of Jessica Jones comes out. Karnak, yeah, he looks like he's going to be pretty cool. It'd be interesting to get into the model and show him off. And there's our Maestro. Yeah, no Jean Grey in here anymore. And she was in there. There's Quake. Nothing too different there. There's Rogue. And that's it for the graphics. Now, before I get into, I got a bunch of text files. I had a guy request, Paradevils, requested I take a look and see if I could dig up some more information on some of this stuff. I didn't expect to find too much, but what I did find was pretty interesting. We have a tutorial file here for Autofight. Now, sometimes I misread what it is, but this is pretty clear. It's labeled Autofight. It says Autofight has been unlocked. Tap the Autofight button to allow the AI to control your champion during the fight. You can turn Autofight off and on in pre-fight as well as during the fight. That's clear. It's saying Kabam is going to make the computer play or let you have the computer play for you. I was putting that in the forums for a long time and berating them. The cheat programs are making it so you can do that. They're banning people for these cheat programs, but these other games are letting the computer play for you, so you don't have to play the same fight over and over and over, waiting for a certain reward to drop. I doubt they're going to put that in the arenas. It'll probably be for like catalyst quests and stuff like that you just want to hit a button, set it down, go do your thing, come back, collect the rewards. Usually they won't let it happen without completing it once at 100% if they're going to introduce percentages or what. Who knows? But that's interesting. Autofight. Coming to a contest near you. So that's my biggest find. Models, they're not releasing too many models as a surprise anymore. I don't think I know I've got a couple Kabam guys that watch my videos, and I don't, actually I know one of them even mentioned when I said that, oh yeah, so I said something about models, and then they made a comment that, yeah, we know what you're doing. So, I think that's why we're only seeing these small bunches now. Only the ones hitting the next quest are showing up. And then they put them in the graphics, so we're not getting too much of a spoiler on them. There's this wasn't too interesting. Not bad. It looks like they're gonna tie in Samsung Store. So maybe the Samsung devices are gonna have their account is gonna tie in somehow. It's right next to the Google account login information, so I'm guessing it'll be Samsung's account tie-in. Same with Facebook has some more login stuff in here as well. So you might find that you won't have to create a Kabam account. You might be able to tie it right into your Facebook account. I thought that was mildly interesting. Bios. Let's see what we could find here for bios. Find. Let's look up Karnak. Inhuman philosopher and magister of the second tower of wisdom. Refused to transform, yada yada yada. You can read this in the video if you want. I'll scroll through slowly here. There's just too much to read. You can slow the video down and go through it if you want. See if I missed anything. Bios aren't too important anyways. It just gives the character background, and we all know that anyways. That's got all the new ones and the old ones in there. I was going to take them out and separate them, but got a lot on my plate right now, and I just kind of wanted to get through it as quickly as possible. Now we will go through these specials here. Let's do Gambit first, since he's coming out first. Gambit, Card Shark, Bayou Beatdown, Royal Flush. That's his three special attacks. Gambit 0 with a sleight of hand. The Raging Cajun sends a hidden ace flying, so he's going to throw a card. Supercharged Staff strikes from the back alleys of New Orleans. Alright. And special for 3 with a quick movements. Gambit lets fly a perfect hand. Au revoir. Okay, so he's looks like he's gonna probably throw all of his cards in special 3. Okay, so that's his special attacks. Let's look up Jean Grey. Special attack 1. Does it say? Jean Grey unleashes a signature. Oh yeah, so I don't think Jean Grey isn't coming out. They just have this generic unleashes an attack. So she's don't expect to see her yet. Let's do Quake. Alright, Quake, Compression Wave, Propulsion Pulse, and Epicenter. Let's see what those are all about here. Quake quickly compresses the ground, launching a wave of earth towards her opponent. Quake targets ground with her vibrations to launch herself into the air and land a powerful punch. Quake generates a powerful earthquake, opening the ground and trapping the opponent before she deals her final vibration pulse. That sounds actually pretty cool. Karnak. Alright, create distance, then focus to see the flaws. Through focus, understanding, strength, Karnak demonstrates his world's philosophy. All of humanity is as nothing. The universe will not notice when Karnak's foe is no longer. I don't know what that means. It sounds a little loose. Maybe he might be, geez, I don't know. Distortion and focus, the 3 worlds, blind time. Maybe he might not be ready, because that doesn't sound, maybe some kind of mind attack or something. Or maybe he just sits there and thinks about stuff. Alright. So what do we got left here? I think just Rogue is about it. Now let's check out Rogue. Skin to skin, so that's how she steals power, so expect that to be one of them. Face punch and lethal kiss. So let's see. Rogue removes her gloves to absorb life energy even against blocking opponents. So it's and her first attack is going to be unblockable. With the incredible physical strength absorbed from Miss Marvel, Rogue aims 3 powerful punches at the enemy's face. So that one's pretty basic, just going to punch you. Number 3, Rogue initiates the attack by throwing the opponent into the air, followed by aerial punches, with a grand finale of her blowing a kiss towards the opponent. Sounds like a nice, another one of those really nice long special 3s. I don't see too much about her power stealing, but that's got to be in there. If they made Rogue without her stealing abilities, that's going to be ridiculous. Alright, I think this one gives us a little more information on the skills. First one, I'm going to search for Jean Grey first. Yeah, nothing for Jean Grey. Gambit. Anti-up. Gambit's ability accuracy increases by a percentage amount for each kinetic charge he has during special attacks. Kinetic charges. Gambit charges his weapons while holding block, gaining kinetic charge for every 2. They got that in brackets, so that might be scalable with his awakened ability or something. Every 2 seconds he is attacked. Whenever Gambit is struck by a combo-ending attack, he has a percentage chance to fold and lose all of his kinetic charges. So you charge him up similar to the way you charge up Rocket. And for each charge, he's going to get a percentage, probably based on the level you're at, accuracy. And when you hit with a heavy attack, Gambit cashes out, converting his kinetic charges to prowess buff, each increasing special damage by a percentage. So what you do is you charge him up, you hit a heavy attack, and then you do your special attack. So he's going to have 3 steps, and then he's kind of similar to what She-Thor does. Each piece comes together for probably a nice bash. So he's going to be fun to play. You're going to have to do things in the right order. You're going to want to charge him up, get away from your opponent, maybe stun your opponent with a parry. Immediately go back into your charge up as much of that kinetic you can get, and then hopefully you'll have a special ready. Hit your opponent with the special. Boom. Well, no, you got your heavy attack in there too. So that's going to be fun. I like characters with that kind of stuff, unless they're like Moon Knight that I have to look at a chart to figure out what the hell's going on with that guy. Alright, physical resistance, that's his passive, it looks like. Gambit's unique armor grants him a percentage physical resistance and bleed resistance, which is cool. So he's not going to be bleed immune, but he's going to have some resistance. Physical attacks too. Once Gambit has lost a percentage of his maximum health from physical damage, the armor breaks, so as soon as he gets hits that gone. So you'll probably have that starting out at the beginning of the match, like Luke Cage, but instead of as soon as you get hit, that's gonna go away. Alright, this is what a lot of guys want to see, his signature ability. Gambit, Raging Cajun, an upgrade to Gambit's Flak Jacket allows his physical resistance to remain until he has lost a percentage of his maximum health instead of his standard amount. Additionally, his prowess buff also grants him a percentage increased critical damage for each. So his prowess is going to give him a crit boost, and his physical resistance is going to be good for so many hits The higher the signature ability, the more hits it's going to take. It's going to take a percentage. It doesn't say in here what, but that'll scale. So I think that's it. It for Gambit. Let's look at Karnak. That didn't give us a lot of information on him, so let's check this out. Karnak, second tower training. Karnak's inhuman metabolism is automatic. Metabolism and automatic, autonomic. Sorry, I'm not reading good today. Function control allows him to shrug off non-damaging debuff effects faster than normal and reduces damage from poison. So he has a reduced poison instead of bleed. Gambit had reduced bleed. He's not immune to poison, but he's reduced damage and non-damaging debuff. So the debuffs other than the like bleed and poison are gonna expire faster. Karnak's time at the second tower was okay. No, this is his. This is his signature ability. So that's his awakened ability. Let's jump back up to his other stuff here. Cleanse. Karnak's inhuman metabolism metabolism and automatic function control allows him to. Oh, that's the same thing. Stat. I don't know. Looks like Karnak's going to be a little bit of a mystery until we see his actual. Doesn't look complete. He's got cleanse. Unique physiology allows debuff effects to be shrugged off faster than normal. Anyways, that's that. Let's look up Quake next. Aftershock and HUD aftershock, dizziness, concussion. Alright, here we go. Dizziness inflicts concussion, reducing the opponent's ability and ability accuracy by a percentage. An aftershock hits for so many seconds after the earthquake. For every point in the scale, aftershock deals a percentage of the attack as physical damage. Dizzy inflicts concussion, reducing the opponent's ability and accuracy. So you can read this. It's looks like this one's going to be a combination again too. And stun immunity is no good against her. Stun immunity is ineffective against stuns inflicted by earthquakes and aftershocks. So she's going to have a lot of stuns, it looks like. Ooh, nice. She also evades all basic attacks against opponents with concussion. Ricochet pulse. Blocks additional damage and reflects it back to an opponent as a pulse of physical damage. Blocks additional damage reduction, pulse physical damage. So it looks like she's going to have some damage reflection, some stun. She's going to have some buffs on her that are going to increase some damage. Another sounds like another fun Fun character. See, the game developers of this game are really good. They make things fun to figure these characters out. Like with all of a sudden they'll throw something like Thor's extra damage with the stun, where if you can master that, you will crush. Mind you, then they come out with nodes that take that all away, but initially these characters, if you figure them out, are pretty wild. Synergy. Oh, here we go. We have some synergy. Quake and Black Widow gain a percentage ability accuracy, duration, and potency. That's interesting. Quake, Aftershock. That's that Aftershock thing again. Vibrations. Ricochet pulse. I don't see her sig. Oh, here we go. Okay, that's the redirect. Signature ability is that Ricochet pulse would redirect physical damage. Alright, I'll have to read it carefully. Let's look at Rogue. It looks like Rogue is our last one. Oh, I've got to learn how to spell. Alright, Kree physiology. Kree physiology. Replicate. Alright, Kree physiology. After absorbing power of Carol Danvers, the original Miss Marvel Rogue possessed the amalgamated mutant Kree physiology, decreasing the duration of debuffs by a percentage. So her debuff is going to last shorter. She's able to hold the opponent's buffs for X amount of more seconds. Buff resist. Lifesteal. Lifesteal deals a percentage of the attack as energy damage. Rogue is healed for a percentage of the life stolen. Okay, so she's going to heal for the damage, that energy damage. She's going to heal from it. Replicates the opponent's buffs. Oh, okay, so replicated buffs stay active as long as Rogue keeps touching the opponent. Opponents cannot activate those buffs as long as Rogue holds them. Rogue's replicate effect does not work on opponents of the tech class. So when you're physically hitting the opponent, you're taking their buffs away. Power steal. Chance per hit, power steal. Okay, so she's gonna drain power and take it as your own, which is even cooler yet. Psych absorption, lower psych absorption, short psych absorption. You can read this and kind of try and figure it out too. Yeah, that's another one that'll probably take a little messing around with in game to really get a good idea. Stat. That's her special 3 buffs is well, this is her signature. Absorbing the very fabric of the enemy psyche, every life or power steal has a chance to be critical, increasing the amount absorbed. So her signature is going to increase that power steal. look it over. Like I say, pause the video. I didn't separate this stuff. It was just doing this video is there's a lot to. It's a good chunk of time. That's a half hour. I wasn't gonna do voiceover for the models. I was just gonna do some music. But I thought there's some stuff on these models that sometimes needs explaining. Now, I didn't even think to look. I knew that Rogue wouldn't have a weapon, so I didn't bother looking. But her hand, part of her special moves, she's going to take her glove off and touch the opponent. So they actually did her hand separately. I'm guessing there's a non-glove hand and there's a hand glove and there's a gloved hand that they'll swap out. So expect the hand to look pretty cool. There's probably a prop glove that she'll pull off. The model is really another nice detail. Jacket, you can see the leather detail on it. Pretty wild. And of course, the regular female character Kabam TNA going on. Let's do a get zoomed in here. Let's just go to our rotate here. Since this is our second video, we'll oh, that's her jaw. We'll do a play around a little bit here and give a little bit of a better look here. Give her a little bit of a head tilt. I know some guys like watching this stuff, so I'll do a little bit more than I did in the last one. Actually, let's leave that one down. Let's give her kind of a smirk thing going on here. Ooh, I get the right control here. It's one thing that Kabam hasn't been beat out yet so far that I've seen in these games is the detail that they have in these models are pretty wild. Alright, let's do a quick render and see how that looks. I didn't play around with the lighting too much on this, so the lighting, you get a better render if you take the time, do the lighting in that. That's pretty cool. If Kabam could only get their policies right on what they're soaking the players for money, they'd have it'd be pretty unbeatable as far as games go. It's pretty awesome. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Let's do Quake next. Again, pretty good detail. Textures and that look pretty good. This one, they're probably, oh yeah, they sometimes when I when I do these models, when they have special effects, I'll pick up the transparency from the effects. I think that's where they're coming from, so you can kind of see through her. Let's just fix that right now. Transparency, there it is. Yeah, that's where we're picking it up. So let's just break that connection. There she is. It looks a little bit better. And they do I find they do a better job of catching what the actors look like when they do the TV and movie crossovers than the other games. It's pretty accurate. We won't pose her too much. Let's just do a quick we'll do a quick render just like that. Could have probably played around with the lighting so she didn't have so much glare on her, but that gives you a good idea what the model looks like. Again, pretty good. And our last one, let's check out Karnak. He's the models when they come out. There's usually one that's really catches my interest, and he looks cool. I really like the way he's looking. I don't know what the character's going to be like, but the hoodie and the tatters and the taped up hands, kind of that shady look to him. Let's do a little something with him here. Rotate. Give him a little bit of a tilt. I'll probably do him if I have time. I'll do him in an actual good render. See if we catch the right. The face controls are all close together, so sometimes I miss them. Looks like I got the right one there. We'll give him a snarl. Let's see what that looks like. I have to play around with the lighting on him though. That hoodie kind of casts some weird shadows. I'd probably take a light right in, a little dim light right underneath that hoodie to light them up a little bit more. Well, there you go. That's the characters. If you like seeing this kind of stuff, let me know. I get a lot of requests for certain characters to do certain pictures. It's tough. It's time consuming, but it's fun. If I had more time, I would do a whole bunch of these pictures. I'm gonna pull out the Future Fight models probably sometime in the next week here. I want to get a closer look. I know the detail is incredible on these Kabam models. Like if you look at like it's right on par with the Grand Theft Auto models and that. I could take this model any of these models, and I could convert them over to Grand Theft Auto, and I might do that one day. Have Karnak running around Grand Theft Auto would be pretty cool. And games like Grand Theft Auto are open enough that you can mod them and add skins and that, so I'm not sure about 5, but I know the previous ones these guys would slide right into pretty easily. Alright, there you go. Let me know what you think of the video. Hit like if you like it, hit dislike if you don't. And like I said, I'll try getting more content out for you guys. I've lost some subscribers because I'm not doing a lot, but we'll try doing more for you. So we'll see you on the next one.